Welcome to this vlog. Look at this. Wait, where's the sun? Over this morning, and that was going to depend on whether I did this vlog or not, because the lighting at the minute is so bad and it's always dark in my house. So I checked the weather and it was supposed to be sun all day. Huzzah! So huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Perhaps grabbing reference if you didn't get it. We let the universe and nature decide our goals. So if this video doesn't do well, I'm going to be having a chat with the nature, because I did a lot of my content work yesterday, and I actually set myself a plan today that I was going to do whatever I wanted and do what made me happy today, and like my hobbies that aren't so much work related, specifically journaling and reading or whatever, and matcha. So I can't wait. Whenever I see the sun, I feel so hopeful, and like all my worries are gone. Like this morning I saw the sun was like coming out, and you bet your ass I was running around the house trying to get ready for this dog walk because I wanted to see the sun, and I specifically walked to the way where the sun's in best shot because I just gotta make the most out of it. Like, just close your eyes, I could literally be like on holiday right now. I also have been listening to the Wellness Cafe podcast because she's back. And we're all ready for the day. I plaited the back of my hair, one because it's greasy, but two, I literally went to sleep thinking about this hairstyle, which is so strange. I don't know where it came from, it's so strange to say out loud. And I feel so cutesy. So I'm gonna do my makeup now while we have a little discussion. What should we talk about, guys? I've made a lot of book videos and I've kind of strayed away from the vlogs, mainly because in winter it's so hard to vlog because the lighting is always so bad, and like I'm not about to be carrying some massive light around the house with me. I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, I'm gonna set my goals this year, but I'm not gonna. Also, I just used the Revolution eyebrow pomade in the shade dark brown. I'm gonna keep my goals really simple this year, like all this and that, the classic like New Year's chat. And I just thought this year I have such a good feeling. I couldn't even fathom the idea of setting my beliefs so limited because I don't want to set my expectations too high. Even though in the last year I didn't turn into a millionaire in the space of a year, this year I might. Like, you just don't know these sort of things, and it's so damaging to your belief system, your manifestation, what you think you're capable of, your limiting beliefs when you set your bar so low just out of fear. What if you do achieve that massive dream? What if you do get your dream job this year? I'm literally 19 years of age and I have some mad things on my manifestations for this year because I've got a good feeling. I don't know what's going to happen. When you look at all these people, Charli D'Amelio, for example, COVID time, she posted one TikTok and now she's rich. She's massive, she's famous, she's a massive online influence in the space of a year. You just don't know. Like, yes, maybe you're feeling a bit low and you just don't want to stress yourself out, which is fine, but don't start thinking that you can't achieve these things because you're not going to be doing a lot this year. Because if anything, one really important thing when it comes to manifestation is letting things come to you and knowing that you deserve it. Obviously you have to put the work in to some extent, but you haven't got to move mountains just to get your goals. As long as you know they're coming and you trust the universe or whatever higher power you believe in, they are going to come to you because you're on the same wavelength as them, and therefore you're destined to actually get that at some point because it's going to be vibrating on the same wave. For bronzer, Studio London face palette. This is the only bronzer I own. Would you bloody believe it? And then for blush, we're going to use my new favourite blush, which I've currently discovered. This is the NARS palette. Oh, she's flipping 𝘔𝘰𝘤𝘪. A pure luxury light reflecting cheek and eye palette. And this is the shade Tinseltown that we're using. And it is this 𝘔𝘰𝘤𝘪, like dark brown. But it just looks so stunning on. Hello, like, are we seeing the difference? Moral of the story, your lesson for the day: do not set yourself low expectations just because they seem unrealistic. If all these other people could be famous, why not you? I actually saw this girl called 𝘵liberty on TikTok. This was like not what I was supposed to take from the video, but the way that I took it from the video, she was basically saying how you're not special, we're all just sacks of flesh. It was obviously targeted at someone, but the key that I took from that is that me compared to Beyonce, we're both just bags of flesh, which is gross. It kind of freaks me out saying that out loud, but it's true. Like, there's nothing that makes Beyonce any better than me. We're literally both just bags of flesh. Obviously morals and whatnot can obviously change the vibes, but for the most part, in terms physically, so I hope that helps you feel like you could be the next Beyonce, because you literally could. Who's to say you can't be? Like, that's mad. Anyways, I also bought the Maybelline Sky High recently in the burgundy haze shade because I wanted to see if it looks good with brown eyes. You can't see it. I'm kind of in this phase where I'm trying to do things that just complement me as is. Yeah, for example, instead of putting on massive lashes, I'd rather just use a mascara that complements my eye colour and makes my eyes pop. So that was my thought process. Didn't pay off though, obviously, but you know, what can you do? I also made a gingerbread house yesterday and then had the gut-wrenching realisation that I was going to have to break it apart and eat it. Bloomsbury, so the publishers who published 𝘴𝘰𝘬𝘪𝘢𝘭𝘴, have released the 𝘴𝘰𝘬𝘪 special editions, and they're the night court editions, so they're literally just black and silver, and I've seen a lot of discussion on this. Before I saw anyone else comment on them, I saw them and I thought, oh, cute, like sleek vibes, definitely night court vibes. And then I saw everyone posting TikToks and everyone is a little bit upset they've not gone to any lengths to actually create a new design. Specifically, I saw a really good idea of how cool would it have been if they made each book match a different court. Anyways, but here is the makeup. She's cute, she's a vibe. For Christmas, my mum got me a book stamp. Tell me about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the rest of my books. Ooh. Oh my god, they've brought out a new Powerless with a sprayed edge to match the Reckless and the Powerful. But I'm like, I already own Powerless in 2 books. Do I need a third? 100%. Will I get a third? I'm not sure. The one rule I have made for myself regarding this is I'm only stamping books that I know I love and will always keep. So the ones that I'm like, I probably might sell it at some point in my lifetime, I'm not stamping. My new pop socket just came from my Kindle and she's so effing cute. Sorry, what? So what'd you say? What'd you say? She's... Oh. The day that someone makes caffeine-free matcha, my life's gonna be top tier, because I get such bad anxiety from any caffeine, and I've had a really bad sleep at the minute because actually I thought I was just going crazy, to be honest, but turns out there's like solar flares right now. I don't know what that is, but apparently I searched it up and this is what came up. Reduce the production of melatonin. Am I okay? No, in our bodies, and melatonin is what makes us sleepy, which is probably why I haven't been sleeping so well. Anyways, what was I gonna do? What did I do? Oh my god, what did I do? Oh, that's what we're gonna do. So on that note, oh my god, I lost track. So instead of having a matcha, we're gonna be using the Kind Patches energy patches. It's one of them things where I'm like, it can't hurt to use it. I might as well use it and just hope it works in some way or another. I've put on my mum's dry robe because it's like wearing an hoodie but for the outdoors. I've got myself a chicken sandwich. The sun is like beaming on my face. Oh, dog wants some. So I'll tell you what, last summer, it's actually in a vlog somewhere I think. Last summer, Vinny, no, not for Vinny. Oh, jokes, I'll give you some then. Pulling my leg. I've read for the first time in public, which is like not a big deal to most people. I went to like my local field and there's a bench. Sat on this bench and I read the whole Powerless trilogy, and it was probably the best week of my life. I'm not even gonna lie, I had so much fun. And there's just something about the sun on your face, man. Worries are gone. Oh. And then in relation to the book I'm reading, Tower of Dawn, I'm quite far through now. I'm over halfway, which is finally. I tell you what, I was gonna tandem read it, but I actually forgot. And I was very upset that I forgot, to be honest, because everyone says Tower of Dawn's the worst because it's based off just Cole. And I was preparing myself for the absolute worst because everyone was chatting their shit. And it's not even that bad. One, I'm really enjoying reading about Cole. Who would have thought? And two, having... I don't want to... This is a spoiler, so if you haven't read up to Tower of Dawn, skip this part. But 𝘰𝘰𝘪𝑦, I think is how you say her name, from Assassin's Blade, the very first book, is back on the scene. What is it, like 7 books in, which is mad. And I love reading about her. She's honestly my favourite character in this book. Captain Fleek, whatever her first name is, she's kind of boring. I was like mid-reading one of her chapters and I was like, oh, I wonder how long till the next chapter turns to Cole. This girl has 3 more chapters until it even mentions Cole's name again. But I ain't getting involved, girl. Need to stand. Have a little cheeky read with me. Hashtag read with me. Hashtag Tower of Dawn. Me and mum are going to run out and do some errands. So I'm just going to make myself look somewhat presentable. I'm going to take off the joggers because I'm feeling, as much as I love and I live off love joggers, I do feel like a bum when I wear them. So I do think it's about time we put on some jeans or something. I'm going to have a black coat on, so that's going to ruin the outfit anyway, babe. So I'm not stressed. I'm going to put my Uggs on to match the whole brown vibe. As long as you don't look at the back of my head, it's not an issue, babe. Just look at my face. Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye. Turn around, say it to my face. Errand number 2, we've just been Tesco's. Didn't get anything besides like food stuff. My friend just really pissing me off. My mum just told me though that she had a dream the other night that I was driving, and obviously I'm 19. I did all my practical up until the point where I could take my test, but because I couldn't pass my theory, I was basically, and I just stopped doing it. It's been like over a year now and I still haven't got back into it. And I've recently started doing my theory like quizzes again. Long story short, she had a dream that I was driving, which I said to her is crazy because listen to this. I've been avoiding it because it has such a bad connotation in my mind because of how that time of my life was. It kind of links back to that and it makes me anxious and like, anyways, so I said to her, that's crazy because literally like the other night I changed my vision board so the picture of the driving and stuff was lower, so it was more in eyesight, because when you see things it convinces your brain that these things you're seeing are more normal because you're seeing it every day, if that makes sense. Therefore I'm on the same wavelength, therefore it's mine. Manifestation. I also changed the name on my reminders. It's got some cute little emojis now, so it's kind of got a positive little spin, little girly twist to it. I'm going to show you my journals today because I'm really excited about them. So first of all, here's my book journal. I have a little Valaris sticker on it, which I got with my Valaris jumper that you've all seen, which I literally live in. I finished my Daisy and the Six spread the other day. She's stunning. My last spread was the top book of 2024. This one was a bit of a mess. I tried to like do a whole like scoreboard, and then this is my spiritual sort of me journal where I just write things for me. So I'm not really going to show it because I feel like it's a bit personal, but I've got 2025 goals, my manifest itinerary. So I saw someone say that if you write the months down and then write what you want to happen in each of these months, you might as well just see what happens. Do you know what I mean? See what dreams can come true. So I've got some crazy things on here that to some people they might look at my life and think, girl, be so fucking for real, but you just don't know. What harm is there in having faith and hoping and trying? My word for this year is excitement. I did a little excitement page, but it's looking a little bit worse for where we're at now. I've got anxiety milestones, things that make me happy, and then I had this Hermione sticker, so I stuck it in and I saw a Pinterest of someone like drawing arrows just like describing themselves. I thought that was funny. And then I started a chakra page. I drew this. Can we just like gas myself up? I drew that. I saw this girl do a bingo card for her 2025. So I'm going to create a bingo card, probably just for my mum, to be fair, because I already have quite a lot of 2025 goals written down in here, and I feel like it makes no sense to do another one. Let's get it. Okay, I've been watching some Emma Chamberlain. I've been stuffing my face for the second time today with gingerbread. I finished the bingo card for my mother. That's so cute. Let me not lie. I'll tell you what going to do. I've got a spread for contemporary romance books where I've just written down a few quotes from the books. And I'm going to continue to do that because I've only so far done Bully by Penelope Douglas. I also saw a girl called Hot High Priestess. She does like podcasts and she does a lot of spiritual work. And she kind of spoke about dieting. I didn't listen to the episode because that is a bit too much of a sensitive subject for me. But one thing she did say is, you don't realise it, but sugar is, well, you do know, but you don't think about it. Sugar is addictive. And ever since I realised that, every time I eat sugar now, I'm like, oh my god, this is literally why I can't stop, because I'm literally addicted. And I'm literally like, oh my god, this looks delicious, babe. This looks flipping scrumptious, man. A lot of people don't actually do this, but it's actually really important to exfoliate your scalp once a week, as well as like hair masks and everything else you do. So I do a hair oil mask usually every Sunday, and then usually midweek I will exfoliate just to give my scalp that refresh. The only other scalp exfoliant that I've used that I actually love is the Christoph Robin Salt Scalp Exfoliant or something like that, and it was so good, but it's so expensive that I have not found it in me to buy it again. So in the meantime, I've just been using the Good Molecules Overnight Exfoliating Treatment. This is for your face. I just don't think it's a big deal that I'm using it, and it honestly works. It's all exfoliated up, and then in the ends of my hair, just for like my pre-shower oil, I've done the Got To Be Oilicious Tame and Shine oil. So it's actually really good, and I actually would recommend to use it during the day because it is good enough for during the day. Now this is up, we can basically carry on what we were doing because the stress of that is out of the way. I do need to pick my nails though. I don't know what colour we want, or maybe just like, I feel like nude, just like, if you're gonna paint your nails, you might as well do a colour, not just nude, do you know what I mean? I have really bad like time anxiety. I don't really know how to even explain what it is. I do get it in sense of like needing a routine and stuff, but that's not even specifically what it is. It's 4:20. If it was summer and the sun was out, I would have no problem doing another 10 things. But because it's dark, I feel like I'm behind and I should be getting ready for bed because of the fact it's dark and my body wants to wind down. And oh my god, like I'm actually stressed right now. Like I literally have like 5 hours until I'm going to bed, but I'm stressed because it's dark and I feel like I should be going to sleep. I was doing my my book journaling just to find out. Let me turn my light on a little bit. Obviously it's the main light, so it's not the best. Confessed by 𝘔𝘰𝘤𝘪𝘢𝘭𝘴. I know, controversial. It's a show. They brought out like a 9-episode show or something, and everyone on these TikTok comments was saying how bad it was, and I was like, no! Because I watched, obviously It Ends With Us, we all know how that went down. The Hating Game by Sally Thorne got turned into a film. Loved the book. I loved the show low-key. Everyone was chatting shit. Personally, I love it. I love myself a shit show. If someone says it's shit, I'm probably gonna love it. In the book, he like talks to his pet cat, but in the film, they didn't have the budget for it, so the pet cat is now just like an old teddy that he has that he talks to. Huh? Huh? What do you mean?